episode of It's Been Real. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Barry.
Welcome back to this totally tubular episode.
Oof.
Excellent!
But yeah, starting off the new year, there's not a lot of movie news going on, but so for our next couple of reviews are going to be us catching up with our 2020 movies.
Yeah, but we found some really awesome trailers that we think it's going to be interesting to watch come 2021.
Yep, in our preview section.
Yay!
Let's all go to the lobby.
So if you haven't seen from our theme for this episode is ridiculous comedy or out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go with your first?
Sure. So there wasn't a lot of trailers for comedies coming out in 2021. We could talk about The Jungle Cruise, but why would we fucking talk about The Jungle Cruise? So I found it's a animated movie that's coming out called Rumble.
Oh.
Yes. So Rumble, basically what it boils down to is it is an alternate universe in which kaiju monsters fight each other, but it's wrestling esports kind of thing.
It's what if Godzilla was in the WCW?
Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. You have a Terry Crews that plays the head kaiju monster called, I think it's Tentator or something like that. And then the main character is voiced by Will Arnett. I don't think they actually told us the names in the trailers.
Probably not.
Not that I remember. But he is a big, fat, untrained fighter.
Yeah, it's like what if Rocky but with kaijus, basically.
Yeah.
It's a training montage of just an underdog story about a monster trying to get in shape to take on the champ. Yeah, and
oh my god, it looks so ridiculous. And
yeah, it's coming from it's a film from DreamWorks, and it's cute. It looks cute.
Yeah. And I'm always there for Will Arnett. I think he's an amazing voice actor and just actor in general, so.
I agree. My film, however, is vastly different than yours.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I took the strange and weird element of our prompt, and I picked a movie that's coming out in a couple months. It's called Willys Wonderland.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
That movie looks so good, though.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it's a Nicolas Cage movie, so that should tell you right off the bat that this is going to be ridiculous. But Nick Cage is a silent loner who's stuck in a small town, and the only way to get his car fixed, he has to clean a broke down Chuck E. Cheese, only to find out I guess the town uses that place for human sacrifices. And
yeah.
It's basically Five Nights at Freddy's, except instead of the animatronics killing people, it's Nick Cage killing the animatronics.
Yeah.
And I think it looks ridiculous, and I'm excited for this.
And the animatronics look fucking creepy as shit.
It looks over the top, gory. I hope this movie is good.
Oh my god!
Of all movies that we've seen in the previews now that want to be good, I need this movie to be good.
Yeah. I really need a good Nick Cage movie.
A good bad Nick Cage movie.
Sure.
But yeah, so like I said, our choices in the previews are a little different. We'll say Sarah's is a more excellent one, while mine's a more bogus one, which gives us it gives our segue to our real review.
Yes, it is Bill and Ted Face the Music. So Bill and Ted Face the Music. It came out in August of 2020. It has right now currently a 6.1 on IMDb, an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 65 on Metacritic.
Okay.
The cast, of course, you have Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter as your Bill and Ted, respectively.
They're back, baby!
You have somewhat newcomers. You have Samara Weaving and Bridget Lundy Payne, who plays their daughters.
Yep.
You have Aaron Haynes and Jayma Mays that plays their wives and stuff like that.
Which, fun fact, they always have different actresses playing in every movie. There's
a different wife every time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But no, there's so many cool people in this, and you could tell like they tried to grab as many people as they could from the original pair of movies to be in this.
Oh yeah, like yeah,
So,
like, it's fun. It's a cast of old, like some of the original cast members and some of the like and a bunch of the new ones. And like sadly, George Carlin couldn't be in this. So he passed away. Their way of homage to him, whatever, and was a nice touch. And like the fact that they had like Rufus-like character and his daughter Kelly played by...
Oh yeah, his daughter was played by Kristen Shaw.
Yeah, from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, from Bob's Burgers. Yeah, I was like, why does her voice sound so familiar?
Yeah, she like that was like a tribute to like the Rufus's character, like his daughter. She plays his daughter, which fun fact, actually George Carlin's actual daughter in real life is named Kelly. That's how they.
Oh, that's really sweet. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and even William Sadler comes back as Death, and he's
hilarious.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
But like I said, when it comes to Bill and Ted, like I said, this movie it takes place 25 years after the second movie.
Yeah.
It's like after 25 years of like Wild Stallions have not actually brought the world together
in song.
No. In fact, they were more like a one-hit wonder back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And now they're slowly just become those like middle-aged rockers and like now contemplating like what have they actually done with their lives, only to find out that actually they only have like today to write the song, or the world like not only will unite the world, reality itself will cease to exist.
Yeah, but no pressure.
Yeah, space and time just...
Yeah, like, we know that for the last 25 years, you haven't written a decent song forever, but, like, you need to write a song within 8 hours in order to save all of time and space. But no pressure.
No pressure at all.
But no pressure.
This is, if you're not a fan of this series, this is not going to win you over.
Yeah.
But I found this movie charming.
Yeah. So, to be honest, I'm probably going to lose a lot of points with our audience. I only liked 50% of the Bill and Ted saga.
Oh, no.
So, I liked I think it was the second movie with, was that the one with Death in it?
Yeah, the Bogus Adventure, yeah.
Bogus. I like the Bogus Adventure way more than the Excellent Adventure. I do not know why. I just thought, the second one was a little bit more entertaining.
I always feel like the first one is a better written film, but the second one's more memorable.
Yes, that is for sure. Yes, it is a lot more memorable. For me, I didn't enjoy this movie as much as I thought I was going to be honest. Like, all the performances were spot on. I loved them. Just like the way that the story was written, it was very formulaic to the point where I'm just like, I could see the twist coming a mile away. Right,
but it also, the fact that it is formulaic, I feel like that's also okay, because like sometimes if you steer into it, like it still works out for me. Because honestly, having Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter back, and they still got it. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
Bill and Ted, like the banter between the two of them is still witty, it's still crisp, and anytime those two are just, the fact that they're playing off each other and also playing off each other's others,
yes,
is so good in this movie. Because it's been out for a while. I think we can say spoilers.
Oh yeah, definitely spoilers.
But yeah, so like I said, they have to figure out, they have 77 minutes to figure out, at the end of the world is going to happen in 77 minutes unless they figure out how to write the song, and realize they haven't written the song, so they decided to go into the future and steal it from themselves.
Yeah, because technically it's not stealing if you're stealing it from yourself.
And as they progress further, every time they go further into the future, they just find out how much more of a deadbeat they are, and they're actually worse, and they keep worse, and they're almost like the actual villains of this movie.
Yeah. Like, it's almost like they keep getting in their own way to get to the goal that they need to get to. Which is
almost like there's a life lesson in there or something, because the other plot in this movie revolves around Bill and Ted actually had daughters in this movie.
Yeah, and so that was the part that I liked the most about this movie. Like, there was A plot and B plot. The A plot was Bill and Ted trying to find the song to unite the world. B plot was their daughters were no, we're gonna help our dads. So we're going to go back in time and get, the best guitarist, the best drummer, the best pianist. So, them going and finding all these musical legends and bringing them to the present to help out.
See, the one problem I had was like with the choice of this. Like, it wasn't like it's not that I didn't like the actresses that played this. Like I thought they did a solid job. It's the fact they felt like they were just mini clones of Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
which feels very out of place in today's society. Like I mean I get it. Like some people, like everyone, like hipster culture, like you like things that 30 years ago, so you know that makes sense. But I feel like if you had teenage daughters, the last thing you think would idolize your dad.
Yeah, like when you're a teenage daughter, the last thing that you think of is like, man, my dad is so cool.
Mm-hmm. So I thought like the plot they were gonna go with was like the fact that like Bill and Ted are kind of washed up at the beginning and everything. Like their marriages are in trouble and like everyone doesn't. I thought like no one believes that they actually time traveled and did all that stuff. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what their daughters were actually gonna be like. They thought they were just tired of their dad's like crap and the fact that they're like old like wannabe rock stars.
Yeah.
But then when the actual like future shows up, they realize their dads have been telling the truth the whole time and that's why they wanted to help.
Yeah, but no, like from the get-go, they were like gun-ho about like believing their dad and be like, man, like you traveled in space and time, Dad, and like that's awesome. Yeah. You could do anything.
But yeah, like I mean, again, they were spot on with the mannerisms of Keanu and Alex.
Oh my god, yeah.
I just felt it was almost too on the nose, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
But the film itself, like while like it does feel formulaic, it still feels updated to the current time. Like it feels like this was a film, this is a script that like was meant to be in this time, whatever.
Oh yeah, and like so before we wrap up on Bill and Ted, can we talk about Dennis?
Oh, Dennis.
Because I feel like Dennis, a lot of people don't talk about. He is adorable.
Oh yeah,
I love that character.
Like I said, like in every one of these movies, they always have like a very very surreal character that shows like interacts with Bill and Ted. Like you had Rufus in the first one, Death in the second one. This one, you have a killer robot named Dennis.
I fucking love Dennis, man.
Oh.
Like he was given one task and one task only: kill Bill and Ted, and don't fuck up. And so he goes back in time to find Bill and Ted. And he kills everyone but Bill and Ted.
What if the Terminator was just kept doing collateral damage, but then felt guilty about it?
Oh my god! Like the fact like he killed like a group of people that were like in front of Bill and Ted at one point, and he was like, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!"
Those beats are the fact that Dennis's design, like again, this movie may not have been the highest budgeted film ever, but like
those practical effects,
the practical like melded with like the CGI, like the effects in this movie are spot on.
Oh
and, like,
yeah,
and, like all the makeup and the crazy get-ups they put Keanu and Alex, like while it looks ridiculous, like the concept looks ridiculous, it still looks well made.
Oh yeah. Like what? Like there was like a moment where like they find their future selves in prison.
Yeah.
And they have like these big muscles or whatever.
It's so ridiculous.
It definitely looked like a muscle shirt was put on them, but it looked real enough that you could be like, yeah, I could understand like Keanu hitting the gym for like 3 months and getting ripped.
Yeah. I found the comedy was still there. Like where it was witty, it was great. I felt some gags didn't hit, like some were hit and miss, whatever. Some of the visual humor maybe.
Yeah.
But like the dialogue, it's like I don't know, anytime it was just them like dealing like the fact that they're in hell again and they're just like, yeah, it's the same old whatever, and just I'm just like, oh, thanks demons, you know. Just like
for me, like when it came to like the main story of it, which is like they realize like passing the torch on to the next generation kind of thing, because like their daughters like do make music on their own, but like they do samples like with like a little switchboard, and so like they do their own type of music, and it was them like passing the torch on to the next generation of music makers and stuff,
which was it's a nice decent message to show like it's not your job to fix the world, it's the next generation, you know, like it's time, like you're there to help them out, whatever.
Yeah, like I think fucking Kelly said it like the best thing. She was like she's on the phone with her mom like in the future, and she's like, well, I'm trying to save the world too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, again, it's the whole concept is like it doesn't even matter what the song is, it's that everyone is playing like
together.
Playing together, like music brings the world together as long as we all play. It's a nice sweet message.
Yeah, and like they do like a little montage thing at the very end, like near the credits, and that was the moment that I started like tearing up a little bit because I'm like, it's so true. Music does bring people together.
Exactly. But yeah, all in all, what would you rate this movie?
On a scale of 1 to 5, I would give it a 4.
4 out of 5?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it wasn't the best. I'm probably not gonna watch this again. I'm sorry, but like it was enjoyable enough that I had fun watching it. It wasn't a chore to watch.
Okay. Yeah, like I'll give this a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like I said, if we had to redo our list, whatever, of top films, this would have made my list, whatever. It would have been a like an honorable mention or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But like, if you're not a fan of the series, like you going straight into this, you're not going to get any more enjoyment out of it. But the fact is, like, I feel like this movie is made well enough, and it's still funny, and it's goofy, and it's like it's Bill and like, what do you expect? It's Bill and Ted. Yeah. So like, if you go in knowing what you're getting into, then
you're gonna have a romp of a time.
Exactly, and it's a nice little like love letter to like the '80s and like and just updating culture and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But with that, it's time for
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
This is for Shoot 'em Up.
Okay, so a couple episodes ago, Sarah teased one of her picks for the thing, which was
Improv Mayhem.
Yeah. So while we watched a comedy, I say that with air quotes. What did we watch, Sarah?
We watched High Road. So let me get into a couple things. So it came out in 2011.
Yep.
It is a completely improv film. Like, you had the story beats, but every scene was improv with all the different actors in it. So it had like actors like Abby Elliott, Lizzie Kaplan, Matt L. Jones, Jolo Truglio, guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But so it just has so many comedians in it. And of course, my favorite part of the movie is Dylan O'Brien was in it.
Yeah, the only reason
the only reason why I even got this movie
was probably because of him in it. This is a film directed by Matt Walsh. Like, this movie, like all the comedians, this is a very improv heavy because it's basically all the alumni from the Upright Citizens Brigade, which was an improv group in LA. Oh,
okay.
So it's anyone who's ever been in UBC is in this, and the whole film is based. She's right. It is probably 99% of this is improvised, and it shows, and it's not funny.
No, so
Do you want to talk about the plot?
So the plot is Fitz is our main character. He is in a band. And his band breaks up because everyone's fucking adults and wants to move on with their lives. And then he becomes a drug dealer. And he ends up, like one of his people that he sells drugs to gets caught by the cops. So he has to, like, go to Oakland to, like, meet up with his dad and just lay low for a little bit. And then shenanigans ensue in which they think that he kidnapped his neighbor, who is played by Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah.
It's a weird movie, and like this is like my second or third time watching it, and I was like sitting there, I'm just like, I understand the problem with this movie now.
Yeah, look, improv comedy, like, hit or miss, like, it's one of those things, like, either you enjoy it or you don't. Like, I'm not saying there's no room for improvisation, like, on a set, whatever. If you think you can do something better within the script, go for it. I think.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you have to have direction. The film just felt like they just kept the camera rolling, and they just kept doing all the bloopers and all the outtakes and all the comedy jokes they would have done. They left it in, and you're just like, okay, next scene. I said this joke. I said this joke again, but differently. I said this joke again differently, but also the same as the last time. And they just kept repeating the same joke over and over. And like I feel like a good editor could have saved this film, but also there really wasn't a plot.
So there's not really a plot. Like, the main plot is like a road trip to get to Oakland, and then shenanigans ensue along the way. That's the main plot of the movie. But here's the big problem with said movie. An improv
succeeds
when you say yes and. A lot of the characters in this say no, but, and I'm like, no, that's not how improv works. Someone says something and you go along with it and you build from there.
I don't know if I want to, like, teach, like, actually to a bunch of improv actors. Like,
it's rule 1 of improv. Yes, and.
Which is like, this movie was yes, and I'm just like, no. Movies in, like, improv show, if you go see it live, that's one thing. But trying to do it in an entire movie, movies have structures. Like, the fact that you want to try a free-flowing thing doesn't exactly work. And the fact that this film felt very, very low budget, and the fact and how it was shot infuriated me. The thing was shot like it was like a documentary, like kind of like Office style.
Yeah.
But it's not like you'll have one camera that was like they'll do like back and forth. Like one camera was clearly on a tripod, and the other one is shaky cam.
Yeah. Like there was a scene near the very end where like they're like chasing each other around like a table, and the camera couldn't keep up with them chasing the table. There was no blocking in that last scene.
And I think that's the problem with like having a movie that's entirely improv. The crew doesn't know what you're going to do, so they can't follow you. And like they don't know when to cut or when to redo, because you just keep the camera rolling, just keep the camera rolling, and we'll fix it. This movie felt
we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, this movie exactly felt like they were going to try to fix it in post and then realize, oh no.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be like a stoner comedy.
Yeah.
But the fact this movie felt like they wrote it while they were stoned, and no one actually. It's like there's a difference between a stoner comedy and just writing a film while stoned.
Yeah, some of the choices I can understand that.
Just like the humor, it just felt like they just kept saying the same joke over and over again. Yeah. It was poorly, like the camera setups was bad. Also, you're supposed to like your main character.
Yeah, the main character Fitz fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure the actor is a decent enough guy, but like, I'm sorry, the character, like the whole thing, like characters can be shitty, but then like they
can be redeemable.
Like he does nothing to redeem, and yet he still wins at the end. He's dealing with like he has to get his girl, like, because there's always like the third act breakup, whatever. Like, and his confession to like get back, like no, like
his confession at the end was. Because, like, he finds out that his girlfriend is pregnant. He freaks the fuck out about it. She leaves him. Rightly so. She's the only stable one in the relationship with a job, and he's a deadbeat drug dealer. Mm-hmm. And to redeem himself, storms into her place of business, throws a baby car seat on the table, and he's like, I'm ready to be a dad.
I'm still a deadbeat. I won't smoke as much, but, like, I'm ready to be a... Like, she... And, like, in real life, you would be like, no. But no, in this one, apparently, that was, he's redeemable, and then, like, they have a happy montage at the end. I'm just like, no, that's not how this movie just felt like it felt very student filmish. Like, hey, get a couple of my old buddies, like, they're all comedians right now who are popular, like, helping my buddy out, make a film right off on the weekends. Yeah. Kind of vibe. And it's bad. This is not going on the shelf. I'm sorry. Like, this is a no. I've only seen 3 things with Dylan O'Brien now, and 2 out of 3 have been... He redeemed himself in Love and Monsters, and then I saw this, and now he's back
to be fair, though, Love and Monsters is the most recent thing. This is the first movie he was ever in.
And it shows.
Well, I'm just saying, babe, Maze Runner is also in that box.
And with that, I think that's going to wrap up this week's episode.
Yes.
So what's up for the next time?
So next time, we are going to go back to where we began.
Heading back to a certain direction?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. This week, I hope you enjoyed this week's review of Bill and Ted, Facing the Music. Next week's episode, we might be reviewing a movie that's about embracing the music in one's inner self.
Yay! I can't wait!
Bring your tissues, everybody.
Yes.
And as always...
It's been real, guys.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.